Folks, Thursday night, welcome aboard. Murder Hobo Inc. presents Cacophony edition. It's been a while, but we're back, baby, and just as good as ever. So don't expect a whole lot. But we're glad you're here. If this is your first time, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, thanks for rejoining us. I think we've got a few twists and turns tonight. Should be kind of interesting, to say the least. We'll get to the recap here in a minute. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter. If you want to shoot the shit about D&D, join us on our Discord channel. If you want to buy a cool shit like shirt, phone case, pillow, I don't know, official toilet paper, I don't know what we got. We got a lot of crap you can buy. The link is down below. And don't forget, if you ever want to join us, we're going to do a one shot on Saturday, but all I've heard is crickets, so no one shot on Saturday. But catch us, mhobo inc, Twitter, or Gmail. If you're in the market for some cool math rocks, and who isn't, Pirate Dog Dice is slammed and behind schedule, but you can always put in a request if you want at Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter. They'll get to it. Maybe this year, maybe not. Maybe they don't care. And if your game stinks, unlike ours smells like success, get a hold of some Adventure Scents by oddfishgames.com. They've got over 60 cents for your nasal tickling. Most of them are pretty good. Some of them you give to people that you hate or your boss, which is also a good thing. Oddfishgames.com also makes something called the Shine System. So if you want to be a writer like me, only gooder, check that out. That is oddfishgames.com. As I said, this is the Cacophony edition. Cred is next week. Cacophony, they've returned to the city of Menace. Menis, not Mean. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, different one. Menace. They have fulfilled their quest to go get, they have fulfilled their quest to get the horseshoes of a Zephyr for the Vizier, the Grand Vizier of Menace, who is apparently the gatekeeper in charge of seeing the Pasha. They need a favor. So we'll get to the recap here in a minute. First, let's introduce you to the cast. David, you are up first. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm David, and tonight I'll be playing Zadar, the changeling arcane trickster slash blade singer. Yeah, and when I'm not playing here on Cacophony, you can catch me on our Calamity A-side and B-side campaign. I play Ingve and I play Crow. Otherwise, you can catch me on the nights that my rotation comes up with the Socium Project and between the roles, and then I haven't been doing between the roles the actual show in a while. So, but yeah, you'll catch me. I'll be up here. Whatever, I volunteer for everything, folks. So don't worry, I'll be around. Anyway, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at DNDevious on Twitter, and yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway.
And he will be running Between the Roles Socium Project on Tuesday. This Tuesday, we do.
Oh, I'm running it. Oh,
I already ran mine. Part 2 of historical political figures. And if you didn't catch it 2 weeks ago, it is worth the watch. Next up, Carrie. Carrie, same question, different answers.
My name's Carrie. I play on Cacophony, the B side of Calamity. Dog Wrangler, which unfortunately will be short one dog here after a bit. Poor Trixie has brain cancer.
Oh no.
But she's a good girl. I make dice sometimes, and I put up with him.
Voila.
You put up with both of us on Thursday nights, so there you go.
There you go, folks. These guys are what, 9th level, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
These 9th level heroes just got back from a crypt delve in which they had to find and recover a very specific item. Upon their return to Menace, they discovered quite a few things. Their old friend Jaime the Beggar tuned them in on what had been going on in their week-long absence. Seems as though there's trouble a brewing in Menace, but right now they don't care. They need to get their ass to Katang and find Mortimer J. Sneed. In order to do that efficiently, rumor has it that the Pasha of Menace has a flying vehicle, which could come in handy. These guys are at lunch right now. After lunch, they will meet the vizier at the city gates, where their less than cordial captain of the guards will be awaiting them, and they will have an audience with the Pasha. What did you guys eat for lunch?
Refresh my memory. Where did we go for lunch?
You had not decided.
We had not decided. Okay.
You had your choice of dink around and figure out who caused the fire, check around for the vandals, check around for the underground, or eat. You guys opted to eat.
Eat. Right. Figures. Yeah, I'm sure we went to some little place that Jaime recommended or
I
something
had
like
cheese
that.
and iced coffee.
There we go.
Well, lunch is over. Tick-tock, buttercups. It's time for you guys to head up to the palace. Just as a refresher, you guys were probably somewhere. Let me get this over here. I'm not going to pause it, so I should have done this beforehand. My apologies. I'm tired. So here is the palace, wherever the hell my mouse is at. It's going to be one of those nights. So the palace is in the center, and that is where you guys are headed. The entrance is a steep incline passing by colorful gardens. So as you guys leave the area to the right, you guys head up the incline, and there you see Captain of the Guards, aka Aldraco. He remembers both of you, and you can see a look of somewhat exasperation on his face. Do you want to hail him, or do you want to wait till you get up there and have him hail you?
Oh, I want to hail him.
He is...
Hello there, dragon. How are you doing?
It is Draco.
I don't know. I think dragon seems more fitting. You're so virile.
Yes, the Grand Vizier said that colorful individuals would be coming to the palace. And
I'm wearing black. I don't see that being colorful.
Trust me, you aren't in my angle.
I wasn't trying to be.
I will request that you leave your weapons here at the front gate.
You wouldn't begrudge a little halfling her walking stick, would you?
D12 against me. 2
15.
on a D12.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not saying you're cheating because I don't
cheating.
have to.
8.
Okay, Gandalf, you are allowed your walking stick. You guys can come in.
It's the lumbago.
You guys are briefly patted down. It is not intrusive. It's not TSA style. As you guys are given the thumbs up, Aldraco tells you to follow him. You go through into an inner courtyard through very high 30-foot doors, studded in bronze nails, very fine doors, and the sight you see beyond is amazing. Here in the desert, you don't get to see a lot of pretty things. Here it is grass covered, not astroturf, actual grass, fruit trees, songbirds, colorful fountains. This place is definitely a palace fit for a king, or in this case, a pasha. As you walk by, you can see busts of very famous rulers, both male and female. They are not all misogynistic pigs. They are dressed in, the stones appear, they've been carved into traditional outfits. So everybody is got the chic scarf, etc. As you go around, there are peacocks in here.
Can
It
I
is.
pet one?
Give me an animal handling roll.
Boy, we're gonna get our eardrums busting. I can see it coming.
17.
Oh, not bad.
6, you are allowed to pet the peacock. It does not really bristle underneath your touch, but you can tell it's not a big fan, and it will move off after you pet it.
You're such a pretty bird.
Al Draco.
Sorry, dragon. Didn't mean to take up your time.
Again, Draco. You walk by, you see some school children, and they look like normal kids. I mean, they aren't well dressed. Some of them are dressed poorly, as a matter of fact. So it looks like there's a field trip of some kind in here, but they are being shown the great leaders, the statues, the fountains, etc. All in all, very peaceful. You even hear some music, but you can't really tell where it's coming from because you can't see the speakers in the palm trees. It's a Disney area.
Awesome.
Around the corner you go, and there sits another set of doors, just 30 feet high, buttoned in bronze, very nice. 2 very large guards.
I turn to Dragon and I say, "Is this really necessary? How big is the Pasha?"
The Pasha's a large man.
Is he 30 feet tall?
He is not 30 feet tall.
Okay.
You get there. The guards swing open the doors. They move silently. Inside, marble floor, an interior waterfall.
Oh, wow.
Just gorgeous. Servants are moving to and fro, taking care of business. Both of you perception check.
Oh boy.
Perception. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Ooh, 17.
20, not natural.
You both hear yelling. The yelling is coming from a powerful male voice. He sounds pissed. Al Draco pauses for a moment and turns to Odd. Even. Odd. And asks if you really want to do this now.
Who does he ask me?
Yes.
I say, well, you know him better than we do. What do you think?
We might want to wait a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll follow your lead on that, Dragon.
We can wait.
Okay. You guys wait out by this waterfall. It's got like an indoor pond. Very pretty. You see a few coins in the bottom. And
I want to throw coins in.
Fair enough. How many coins do you want to throw in?
I'll throw one for each of us and one for Dragon.
Draco.
Oh, yes, right. Pink.
Thank you, milady. A few minutes later, the vizier comes out and he gives the appearance of somebody who is concerned. And he goes, "Oh, you've made it. I'm glad that you made it. I don't know how successful your pleas are going to be. There is currently an ongoing negotiation with another tribe." And again, booming voice. This guy's pissed. You can hear him all the way out here. He goes, "And it does not appear to be going well."
Eileen and I ask, who is he negotiating with and what for?
He is negotiating with the neighboring cabal, the Jesuits.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Not as in Jew, but as
No,
in
I
Jesuits.
know what you mean.
Okay.
Jesuits.
Jesuits. Jou. Fucking racist bastards.
Hey, that's what I heard.
And what's he negotiating for?
He wants their fealty to become the overall leader. They have pointed out that he has not taken Katang, and therefore their fealty is in question. About that time, a group of 8 individuals, some male, some female, go storming by. one that appears to be in charge, is just livid. I mean, he is incensed, pissed off, and he has an individual close by, possibly his own vizier, who is trying to get him calm. And in the next chamber, you hear, and don't come back until you're ready to take a knee.
Oh,
The vizier smiles. He can see you now.
Oh, nice.
great. Do we have any
Yeah. Like what?
uh like make nice spells?
No,
Make
but
no.
but
No.
he does hand you each two horseshoes.
Hmm.
These are the
Okay.
horseshoes that you found.
Okay. All right.
He goes, "Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Follow me." He goes around the pond. El Draco follows a discreet distance behind, just because he has to. You can tell he's bored shitless. You guys wander around, literally palatial estate. This place is top shelf. It's like, I don't know, Tom Cruise's house or something. This place is gorgeous. Uh, fine sculptures, fine paintings, a mosaic inlaid floor. I mean, this place is, I don't know. What's the place over in the Middle East that built its own island?
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, I know.
Du-
Dubai?
Dubai.
Dubai. It's like
Yeah.
Dubai.
Yeah.
And as you go around the corner, you can see a very a tall man, maybe 6.5 feet tall, flowing robes. His back is to you. He's wearing a very ornate headdress, and he is just giving individuals that are facing you just a shit show. He is pissed. You can tell by the way they're dressed. They are probably advisors as well. They are not, Joe Shit the Ragman. These guys are political figures. He's pissed and he's just drilling into it. Off in the distance, you see small woodland creatures, a very lush, foresty atmosphere, and there's a man made creek going through the area. Just a gorgeous place. The vizier, sir, the two adventurers I told you about are here with their offering. If you have a moment, you see him. He doesn't even turn around, and you just see a finger.
Okay.
The vizier leans in towards you and says, the Pasha will see you in just a moment. This guy is just ripping ass. I mean, it is impressive. You can tell he's not even yelling anymore. He's just got that low tone. You know what? I'm really sick and tired of this. This is not how this is supposed to go, blah, blah, blah. He thumbs them out and they take off. And you can see he just gives a big, deep, heavy breath.
I lean over to
Jissy.
Sidar, what's your charisma?
It's pretty high.
I was gonna say, I think we need to convince him to go outside and take his shoes off and walk in the grass and commune with nature and calm down.
Okay, we can try that.
Okay.
We'll see how introductions go, and
Okay.
then we'll
He
we'll
needs to get
parlay
his
into
blood
that.
pressure down.
Sure.
Yes.
You hear him yell for Chisley, the vizier, come forward. And he moves forward and he sits on like a little garden stool. His hand is rubbing his temples. He's obviously having a bad day. As you guys go around the corner, you start to notice a collection of veiled females approaching as well. Give me an insight check.
All right.
Oh boy, I'm an
Oh.
idiot.
Okay.
3.
Insight. 15.
Okay. You're both zeroed in on the Pasha. So as you come around the corner, the Pasha rubs his temples and looks up. And he starts to carve into you.
I got horseshoes.
I know you.
Oh boy.
Which one of us?
Both of you. You have come to my home. Behind you, one of the females goes, "Of course you know them, Papa."
No
You-
shit!
You recognize Princess Vistada's voice.
Yay!
This is Caliph Majesto,
Very nice.
aka Pasha Majesto. When you hear her voice, you put two and two together. He's got a little grain of the temples now. It's only been a year, but it's been a little bit rough on him. And he just grabs a hold of both of you and just bear hugs you both. My friends, you have come. You have come to help. Ah, I could not ask for a better thing. Looks at the horseshoe, flings it over to one side. Ah, that was poking me in the side. Huh? How have you been? Tell me about your life. Where have you been? Why are you here? Ah, Vastada, come in.
And we
all come in for a group hug, and you can't even get a word in edgewise because this guy is just crushing the shit out of you.
I turned around and I tell Dragon, I'm like, we'll be fine.
El Draco and the Vizier are just, what in the fuck?
Man, this would have been a lot easier if we'd known.
What brings you here? Why are you here? Bring us food and wine. Oh, no. Cheese and coffee.
Oh,
Bring
you're
us
so
cheese
good.
and
Oh,
coffee.
yes.
Hey, you don't get to be Pasha for being a dickhead.
Can I suggest, Pasha? You seem very stressed. Should we go out into the courtyard and enjoy the natural environment while we're here? Maybe you can calm down a bit, and we can talk about both our issues.
You must tell me what you have been up to. My friends, it has been too long. Vastada, can you believe they have shown up just at the right time? You are sent by the gods.
I'll let Zadar fill him in.
Yeah, Zadar, she fills him in with just everything, from our time in Nathan till now.
He's dipping his toes in the creek.
On the plains,
getting
doing the thing with the thing.
Yeah, so I bring him up to speed about
the thing with the thing. I like that part.
Oh yeah, the thing with the thing. So Zadar brings him up to speed and tells him
that stupid bastard had wives. Can you imagine that?
I know.
You cannot trust them. I told you.
Exactly.
Give me a performance roll, Zadar.
Okay. All right. Performance. All right. 13 plus 8. So.
The rendition is well received. He is thrilled. Do you guys tell him about the Crypt Delve?
Mm-hmm. We do.
Why did you do that? You could have died.
We were told that was the only way to get an audience with you.
We were told that we needed to give tribute to the
get over here! He slinks forward. Yes, sir. These are my friends. Why are you doing it? These people? They never need a reason. They can just walk up. At Draco, these people, they come in anytime they want.
To their credit, they had no idea, and we had no idea who you were. So,
is that true? The Vizier and Al Draco.
Don't yell at Dragon. He's been cool.
Well, his name is Draco. He does not like Draco. Okay, in the future, these guys, full reign. Do you need a place to stay? You can stay. No, you stay here. You stay at the palace.
I like this man. Is he single? No, he's got all these wives.
He's got all his wives.
Damn it.
Everybody's got a lot of wives in Cacophony. So he's like, so those things are real.
Yes.
Yes.
And the Vizier is holding all four of them. Your Majesty, I thought for what they wanted, this would be a suitable entry fee.
To be nice to him. He was on your side.
Yeah. Majesto, he's holding it in. He goes, well, they are nice. That is a nice addition.
Well, to tell you, Pasha, we weren't in any more danger than we're not usually in. So,
You are constantly in danger, my friends.
oh yeah.
Yes.
I heard your story. You are lucky to be alive some days.
Uh,
I want to ask
yeah.
his daughter how she's doing.
Princess Vistata is doing well. She is engaged.
Oh wow.
I take
Okay.
her aside. Are you happily engaged?
Oh, yes, he treats me very well. I think he's afraid of dad.
If he does not treat you well, you let me know.
I will do that.
Thank
We'll
you.
be here.
But he is not here currently. Um, I should make it Al Draco.
I was gonna say, what is his name? It's not Mortimer J. Sneed, is it?
I do not know the Mortimer J. Sneed.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, we'll tell him about Mortimer J. Steed.
He sounds like a bookish fellow.
He is quite bookish. Unfortunately, we're having some issues with him right now. I mean, he's our friend, but he's suffering from what is known as time madness. He was frequent time traveler using time travel magics.
You cannot mess with the signs of time.
No, you
Well,
cannot.
there was a situation back in Nathian, and unfortunately, we had to mess with the sands of time, and
It
I
was
did
very
not.
awkward.
I did not emerge unscathed. Unfortunately, I seem to be suffering from the same malady that Mortimer is, and we are literally on a race for time, trying to get to Katang for a
And I
possible
say,
solution to our time sickness. So hopefully, we'll be able to solve what's wrong with Mortimer, of course, but also with myself.
why do
So,
I not have it?
you did not touch, you did not meet your former self.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Vistata grabs a hold of her dad's arm. Daddy, we must help them. They're our friends. Of course, they're our friends. What can I do for you?
We have to get to Katang as fast as we can. Mortimer is in an airship, so we're trying to catch up with him up there. Unfortunately he left before we could catch up to him.
Daddy, they could take the chariot. Do you know that your friend has gone to Katang?
For what he seeks, yes. I mean, whether it's the answer to his time sickness or to solve more mysteries of time travel, I think Katang holds the answers. They have the library, I believe.
The Pasha glances over to the vizier and you see him nod.
I say, were you just arguing with the officials from Katang?
There are no officials from Katang.
Well, the representatives from.
We'd be more in.
Only the dead live in Katang.
That we have heard, but whatever issues you're having with this other faction or whatever, if it pertains to Kotang, we could act in your best interest there.
Do you remember when I asked you to come to Katang?
Yes.
We do, and unfortunately, our priorities were different.
You are here now. That is the important part. He goes into a long dissertation of how he is trying to unite the factions and how there are some who feel that he is an overbloated asswipe. His words, not mine. And he goes ahead and describes the fact that when his father died, he took over the Pasha business. And that is why he is no longer Caliph, but Pasha. And in order to unite the clans, one must have an artifact from Katang, because only the Emperor of Katang is allowed to unite the clans. And that is pretty much what he needed you for last year.
Well, and I tell him, isn't that kind of ass backwards? I mean, why do they need an artifact to say, okay, you can do it? Why can't they just say, you do it?
The dynastic ruler always sits in Katang, so I must.
So you would have to go to Katang?
I would have to reclaim Katang.
But what about this? This is beautiful. You would have to leave it?
Yeah, I would use it as my summer home.
Well, okay.
Well, okay. Yeah.
The problem is, of course, one, Katang is filled with undead and what they call lycanthropes.
Hmm.
Two, the Palace of Katang, presumably where this Murray Sneed wants to go, is controlled by an undead wizard seeking lichdom. A very powerful creature. Hence, we can't really get there. Let me think. And Vestata goes and pleads your case.
Yeah.
These are our friends. We should help them, blah, 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 blah.
Zadar says, look, it looks like we are destined to be here to help you. I mean, even with the long way around that we went to get here, we are here. Our fates are lined up. So we are here to help you. So
I could not have said it any better. Okay, here is the problem. Are you sure your friend, this Sneed, has gotten to Katang?
I'm not sure. He's ahead of us. I know that.
By how long?
Oh boy.
DM check.
9 days.
He's 9 days ahead of us.
There is a way, but 9 days is a long time.
It is.
I will make an offer. He looks at El Draco and says, are your units ready? They are ready.
I stop.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Why do you want to unite all the factions?
So that we can regain our past glory.
I mean, you seem to have a nice life here. What would regaining your past glory get you?
This could be all of my peoples.
So you're
That's pretty noble.
So you're
Yeah.
looking to elevate all of your people, not just the upper echelon?
Correct.
Okay. I can get behind that then. Continue.
Yeah. He points at El Draco and the Vizier, and he says to the Vizier, ready the chariot, ready your troops, and start the crossing. Both of them salute, get the fuck out. He goes, I will let you borrow my magical chariot if you do me the honor of attending.
I don't know that that's a good idea. We don't want any harm to come to you.
You worry about your friend, I will worry about me.
Well, it's not like we cannot worry, but yes, we'll be there for you when you need us.
Stada jumps up and says, we can help you.
And we can help you.
The Pasha is no bueno on that idea
Of us helping him, or
of the Stada coming.
oh, Vestata coming. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No bueno.
He is like, no, that is not going to happen.
I tell Vestata, it's just like, if anything happens, you need to be here to take your father's place. So
I can help. You have taught me the value of friendship. I need to repay the favor.
Is
I
her
should
dad
help.
gonna let her go?
No, you missed that part.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I was discussing chicken bones outside.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's a no bueno for him. You see that old Vistata, that old
Hmm.
pouty face start to come up. Fine. Twirls around and leaves. He goes, okay, I will get my armor. I will get us some supplies. We should be across the desert in 2 days. My troops will meet us there in 10. So we can go in, hopefully find your friend, pull them out, and then all of us can go ahead and charge in and clear a path. And I can,
Do we know what this item is?
oh, yes, I do.
What is it?
It is a wreath,
Like
a
wreath?
reed crown.
So like this.
Yes,
Okay.
but made of reeds.
Right.
Mm.
Very unappealing looking thing. No gold, no silver. The crown of reed.
Okay. All right. And this is the symbol that you need to.
To take power.
Got it.
He calls for some attendance. He tells them I need supplies for up to 10 days. Do you guys have a tent?
I have one better.
Yes, we can provide one.
Okay. What other magic do you possess that we might be able to utilize? The lesser the load, the faster the chariot.
Ooh,
I don't think
Okay.
I have much in that way.
Most of what I have is that of illusion. Some of what would magic missile be? What type of magic is that? It's abjuration.
Offensive.
Yeah, offensive
Offensive.
spells.
Mhm.
Mostly things for being stealthy because of my nature.
How about
So-
water?
Unfortunately, I
got
don't have the
nothing.
magics to create water.
I will call for my pitcher. Okay. When did you want to leave?
As soon as you're rested and we can.
Let's leave first light.
First
That
light
works.
sounds good.
So this is just after lunch. He's going to go ahead and show you the rest of the palace. Vasada's off moping about. He explains his heritage and how much it means to him. You guys are treated. It's like a cruise. Every time you turn the corner, there's food. He asks you, did you need to get anything from the place you're staying, or are you good, or
I think we have everything.
except
Okay.
your mounts?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mounts. We just need to arrange care for our mounts. So
He calls for a runner. Where are they at?
they're at the stables where the vizier's horse is.
Have it paid in full. Tell them to take very good care of their mounts.
You're
We
very
have-
nice.
You don't get to be Pasha for being a dick. So he treats you very well. There's food, there's wine. You notice that it is much cooler here. The palace, of course, sits on the hilltop, so they get a nice breeze. Right after dinner. Dinner is delicious. Vestada has rejoined you. She's still a little bit angry, but okay. And there's a musical group, the Sand Beatles,
The sand beetle's nice.
and they go ahead and perform. And the vizier appears and whispers something into the Pasha's ear. This turns his smile upside down.
Oh no.
And he is not happy. He says, show him in. Yes,
Okay.
Pasha, I will do so. You guys are sitting there. Oil lamps provide illumination. You guys are resting on nice cush pillows. Everything is kind of cool. The Pasha turns his back towards the door again, breathes a deep breath, and he goes, "Why are you here, Bolus?" A man
Bolus?
comes out of the shadows And he says, "You know exactly why I am here. I have not received the answer, and I demand." And he looks at both of you.
God, do we know this guy too?
You sure do.
Mm-hmm.
You left him in the sand.
Ooh.
Bullis is the lycanthrope.
Yeah.
He goes, "What are they doing here?" "Well, brother, not that it is any of your concern. These are my personal friends." Oh. He goes, "Well, they tried to kill me
He had it coming.
over a week ago." The Pasha is now perplexed. "Do you know my brother?"
He presented himself as somebody else and was attacking us, actually.
Bullis points out, "It was the full moon." "How did you run into them?"
We were crossing the desert on our own.
On a horse with no name.
He's
Yes.
talking to Bullis, and he's like, "I went out as we agreed upon, off into the sands. Horse got hurt. Horse died. These guys let me stay. Full moon rose. Yada yada yada. You know. Then they left me out in the sand to die."
We were trying to be nice to him, and then he attacked us.
You almost caught up with us to the city, so don't act like we left you stranded out there. You almost beat us to the gates.
Vestada's eating popcorn, taking this all in. This continues to get interesting.
Let me ask: how's that bloodthirst working out for you?
Full moon is past, my friend. Maybe
Okay.
catch me in a few weeks.
Hope not.
If he's
Majesto
close to
says,
me, can I whack him in the nuts?
"You don't have any of your items."
I got to keep my stick.
Yeah, you got to keep your stick. No, he is not close. He goes, "Well, I'm very glad that they did not kill you, and he did not kill you. So this is my brother Bullis. He is second in line to the throne. He, as you have already guessed, is one of the True Bloods. He is a shapeshifter, a curse or a blessing from the old days. I am not." He explains to Bullis what is going on. Bullis is concerned and says, "I can go."
Great.
Wants to D12 against me.
Okay.
11.
12. Hot damn, I love these new dice.
There is an argument.
Uh-oh.
He wants to go anyway, and points out that he can certainly resolve this situation on his own. Majesto considers it, and he says, "You want to take the beast out?" He goes, "Unless I ride with you, I will take the beast out." As well, there's 3 of us, and I don't think there's going to be enough room for your frame, because he is a larger man, even without being a lycanthrope. He's like, "You may take the beast out and follow us, but you will not."
What does that even mean?
That could mean a lot of things.
He has a pet.
Uh-oh.
It is what you would call, what is the word? Vestada chimes in and says, "It's a giant condor."
Can I write on it with you?
Okay.
No.
Did she ask to ride on it?
Yes.
Of course.
With him.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Poking your eye out.
That's fine. He says, "We will leave at first light, brother. If you wish to come along, you can take the beast." And he's like, fine,
Try not to eat that one.
you are funny. You hope that the beast does not get hungry for you.
Of course. Hey, I can respect it.
So Vestata, well, if he's going,
Uh-oh.
and both
Bolus and
Bolus and the Pasha,
no.
resounding no. She stamps her feet and leaves. You've seen that show before.
Mhm.
You can tell she's mad.
Yeah.
He invites his brother to sit down, hopefully to mend fences between you guys. And then later in the evening, after the music and the wine have stopped, he directs you to your rooms. Servant types will go ahead and take you to these rooms. These rooms are damn near the size of homes. They're
Wow.
huge. There's a lot of opulence, a lot of mirrors. There's even a bath drawn for both of you so that you can go ahead and get clean.
Nice.
Fresh travel clothing if you would like.
Sure.
Spared no expense. In the morning, you are greeted by fruit and juice for breakfast.
I want to find Vestata.
Okay. You can ask, and they will tell. D12 against me. 1.
2.
She is out in the garden in the mornings.
I go to see her.
You go out there. This is a nice place, but it's still already hot. It's like Indiana this week. You cannot find her, and no one has seen her.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't bode well.
The servants come for both of you. They tell you that the Pasha is ready to go, and lead you out into this green area with just this monstrous fountain. It's got like 5 heads on it. And each of the heads is different. Each of them spit water. It's very beautiful and scary image all at once. But you are there, and there is this batshit ugly condor. It looks like the creature when Rudolph saved the shiny New Year. It's like a rock. This thing is just but ugly, and it's got a leather saddle on it.
Can I go up to it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
But you can tell this thing is mean. I mean, there is no... You don't even need a roll. You can tell that this thing is not a pet.
I have food for it.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah,
Not
they're
me.
called fingers. Yeah, if you want to walk up to it, go ahead.
I walk up to it.
You get grabbed from behind, and Bullis kind of tugs you, and he goes, "You don't
Yep.
want to do that.
You didn't even let me talk to him.
You don't want to do that either."
You don't know. He might like me. Does he like you?
No, he does not.
Then why did you let you ride him?
He is bound, and he taps a gemstone on his chest because he is magically bound to me. If I lose this, he'll eat me.
So.
And that is why you cannot ride him. And you need to drop your microphone.
No, sorry. I was eating. I didn't want to crunch. So I say, I still want to try to talk to him.
Talk to him at a safe distance. I'm not
Yes.
responsible if you lose an arm.
I will. Move away. The conversation is private.
He steps back and goes over and talks to his brother and Zadar.
So I go and
Zadar is keeping an eye on.
I go what I consider is a safe distance away, and I...
Okay.
Do we know what his name is? Does he
A
have
beast.
The beast.
I say, Mr. Condor, I think it's reprehensible that they call you a beast. You must have a name. If you would like to share it with me, that would be great. Otherwise, I give you tribute and I throw some stuff over to him for your magnificence.
The beast kind of rears its head back and just expels this high screech.
Oh.
Zadar, Bullis, the Pasha, and the servants cover their ears. You're going to need to give me a wisdom save.
18.
Okay.
You're a little bit hard of hearing, but you aren't completely deaf. And the creature leaves the food on the ground.
I bow to him and I walk away.
Zadar, you, the Pasha, and Bullis are ready to go. There's a pile of supplies over. The Pasha removes a small box, throws it, and this wispy, cloudy, foggy team of horses, a pair of horses, are pulling what appears to be an elongated chariot. So it's not like an Egyptian chariot. It's more of like a semi-trailer, but not one of the long ones, kind of a short one.
Sure.
The servants come running over. They apply it. The base of this chariot doesn't appear to be anything substantial, but as they load up the equipment, it all seems to fit.
Okay.
There is more than enough room for 4 of you, but the Pasha clearly is not going to have his brother ride with you. He announces that he is ready to go. Bullis is dressed in equestrian gear, nice thick leather gloves. He's an imposing figure. He's got the breastplate. The Pasha is decked out in his armor. He's ready to go. A warrior, because Al Draco is gone, comes up and he delivers all of your weapons and equipment to you, so you guys can go ahead and get ready. The Pasha says, I was hoping Vistana would say goodbye to us, but apparently she is still mad. We will revel in our tales upon our return.
I say, I think we'll see her sooner rather than later.
Did you see her today?
No, I did not. It's just a feeling.
Okay. I trust you. He gets up. You guys notice that the 4 horseshoes are now on the front feet of these wispy, cloudy horses.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
You guys come aboard. He fashions a loose-fitting gate, similar to a redneck pickup truck, and tells you to hang on. He has a set of pink testicles hanging off the
Yeah, I was about to say.
Vagina.
He wishes everybody well and says they will return in 2 weeks' time. He snaps the reins and the cloud horses lift off like fucking Santa's reindeer. They fly up and over the beast, who snaps at them aggressively. Bullis snaps his reins, and the condor comes up behind you. He will flank you, but he will not take the lead because out of respect for his brother. As you guys soar into the clouds, you are moving very fast.
Do we need goggles?
Who wants to roll to see if you lose any of your equipment?
Uh-oh.
I will.
Are we rolling D12s or what?
Yep.
Oh, 12.
12.
7.
You lose some of your equipment, and Bullis begins to laugh. The equipment that you've lost appears to be minor at best, but it does include a tarp that has covered most of your stuff.
Does it go over his face?
It does not, because he's flanking.
Damn it.
You notice that one of the items, apparently a food item, is in a cage. And it appears to be some kind of puppy.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh, the Pasha doesn't say anything because he's too busy steering and growling underneath his breath. You guys are moving really fast. Like if you were in the Old West and you got into a Prius, holy shit, my teeth are going to come flying out of here. So
Mhm.
you guys are moving several hundred feet up and making fantastic time across
So what does the
the
puppy
desert.
look like?
It's a beagle.
Can we tell if it changes into anything?
Like what?
I don't know. Is it just a regular beagle?
It appears so, and it appears to be sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So might as well sleep before it dies.
Hey,
And-
let sleeping dogs lie.
Anyway, the day goes by. Every once in a while, Bullis will move off
Mhm.
and kind of scout ahead. The Pasha will point out that he was never one for pomp and circumstance. And you see the mountain range that separates Nathan from the desert coming up on your right. By the end of the day, you've seen some things, including the giant purple worm moving across.
Ugh.
You've seen some Bedouins down below. But other than that, you're making great time. Pasha points out that you guys will be on the outskirts of Katang by tomorrow evening. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it even in the airship, you did not move this fast. So you're kind of thinking,
Skippy Lee, eat it.
maybe there's a chance here. Okay.
Yeah.
As you fly over the desert, you see a wide variety of things aside from the Bedouins. You see clumps of cacti. You see broken wagons. You even see skeletons, bleached skeletons of rather large creatures, possibly dragon, possibly dinosaur. But for the most part, the desert is just a wasteland. Every once in a while, you notice the dunes uncover what appears to be a roadway. So
Interesting.
while you don't know a lot about the Katangian dynasty, you are aware that they had a rather significant road system. But at the time, they also had lush farms. So kind of iffy. As Bullis comes back up against you, the sun is starting to set. He points out that the sand people are in relative proximity and have noticed us. The Pasha kind of shakes his head.
From the sky?
Well, yeah, you guys are flying over. I mean,
We're like a comet going by.
yeah,
I
they
would
can.
think we're too fast to, even for them to be an issue.
You're going like 50 miles an hour.
Well,
You aren't going 4,000 miles an hour.
still.
So, but as you do so, you're probably 50 miles an hour. But they can still see you. It's just like seeing a plane in the sky. But the Pasha is staying relatively close to the mountain range, just because of where he spotted the purple worm. He points out that he is more inclined to deal with the sand people than what is it, the great old one, I think I called it. So he begins to descend. The condor doesn't seem winded, hasn't drank, hasn't eaten, nor have your mounts. Only you guys and the puppy have done anything. Bullis has his own water skin, etc. As you descend, Pasha asks, you have a magical something?
Yes. And I go, phew.
Oh, well, that is deeply impressive.
Thank you.
Um,
Everyone can fit in here.
Bullis, that is impressive.
Except for you. You get to stay outside.
He can stay outside. He doesn't
I'm
mind.
kidding.
You guys go in. All four of you are going to help move the supplies in so they don't get stolen.
Yep.
The Pasha says the magic words. His cloud chariot is absorbed back into the box. Bullis holds his hand underneath the stone. Whoop. The condor is also gone. You guys walk in. Now, refresh my memory. This thing's furnished, right?
Yes.
I think so.
It has
Yeah.
everything you need.
but it's kind of like a rustic cabiny feel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is nice. Very nice.
I know it's probably not what you're used to, but
No. Your hospitality is
it's
well noted.
impenetrable and it will stay here for 8 hours. You do not need to set a watch and everything will be safe.
Oh, that is truly interesting. Why is the dog here?
Why wouldn't the dog be here?
Do you eat dog?
No. We're not eating the dog.
That I've.
What was the dog for?
Stada, I told you to stay home.
I knew it. I knew it.
She shapeshifted.
He is also a shapeshifter.
Oh.
She is also out in exploratory gear, looking very dapper. She changes from the puppy appearance and kind of looks down at her boots and says, "These are my friends too, Dad, and I didn't want to leave them out in the cold."
And I run over and well, of course, she's probably tall. So I grab her by the knees and I'm like, I knew you'd be here. You're a awesome bitch.
Stada, I cannot express how angry I am. Bullis, however, finds this to be quite amusing and searches through and finds the wine. And he goes, "She is just like you. You should just go ahead and embrace the fact that she doesn't take no for an answer either." There appears to be more than enough food for 5 of you. Shocking. She had them pack extra.
Of course.
She looks around at the furnishings and says, "This is nice."
I laugh at her and punch her in the arm.
Clearly, they are not used to such rustic conditions.
I was about to say, you stayed in worse than Cacophony,
Yeah.
so don't tell us, young lady.
She did. Around dinner time, they begin to tell you the tales of the shape-shifting rulers of Katang and how they were uber powerful, and how legend has it that some of them were time travelers from a different dimension. So you can tell that it's all kind of coming together.
Right.
You understand. Is there a floor in this thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
He takes crockery, plates, things of silverware, and points out the general layout of Katang. Every once in a while, his brother reaches over and moves something. There's an angry glance, but clearly Bullis is also quite familiar with the
I lean
legend
over
of
and I'm like,
Katang.
is he just being a dick or what?
No, Dad made a mistake. So
Wait, Bolus is the brother?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So between the two of them, they explain that there are 3 likely locations of the crown of reeds. They both point out that the dude that protects the crown of reeds is kind of a badass. He is an ancient wizard. He's said to have lived 300 years through the use of magic. He's trying to become a lich. That's been several years. He might be a lich by this
But
time.
300 years really isn't that much.
I mean,
Well,
comparative
I mean,
to
it's
our
not
lifespans, yeah.
yeah, you're a halfling. You're gonna last like 70.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up.
Same with Zadar. Changeling is a normal lifespan.
Now,
You
so
know,
thr-
elves, come on.
yeah, so at 300 years, well, these are humans though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at 300 years, he's seen a lot, done a lot. I mean, this would be pre-Jamestown to us. So,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Vikings would be here.
Krakatoa, so yeah, he's pointed out Bullis is shaken. I mean, noticeably so. And he's like, "You guys better be on your game, not like when you dealt with me, because this thing will kill you." That being said, Ghost stories are over. Vistata smells a little doggy. But she finds a nice spot to curl up and go to sleep. Everybody calls it a night.
Mhm.
The Pashas, are you sure we don't need to place guards?
Nope.
The large are out here. I don't mind the sand people, but the large are out here.
The what?
The large.
What's the large?
They are like us, only
Larger.
large.
Well, our sanctum is impenetrable.
Okay.
Now,
I trust you.
Now, I'm just saying, if they're waiting for us in the morning when we get rid of it, we need to be
But
ready.
we'll be able to see if they're there.
Yes, we have windows.
Okay. I trust you, my friends. I trust you. He doesn't trust you.
No, he doesn't.
He's a little bit concerned. He's never seen anything like this, so you can understand his hesitancy.
That's fine.
The night passes uneventfully. Both of you give me D20 rolls.
Okay. Before we went to sleep and all that, Zadar would ask them why the people have such consternation towards shapeshifters.
They are untrustworthy bastardos, is what Bullis says.
What?
He's a shapeshifter. I mean, he's not cursed. He's born that way. Is that correct? Or
correct?
Okay.
So
But they consider it a curse.
Is that Bolus's feeling or what he says people feel about them?
Yes.
He
The
doesn't
Pasha
trust
knows what
shapeshifters
Zadar
either?
is, right?
He does not trust shapeshifters either.
Okay.
So he doesn't trust his niece?
Well, that's family.
Right.
Oh.
Right. He does know Zadar's a changeling, right?
He does not.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not bringing it up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
You are a race. He
Mhm.
is a curse.
Right.
So
Right.
only one person knows that you were a shapeshifter outside of Camille.
Right.
So, the night pass, or what were your D20 rolls?
Uh,
Oh, it was a 12, I thought.
I got a 20.
Is it a 20 or a 12?
Zadar, at some point in time, you notice the Pasha checking the windows, checking the door, moving around. Clearly, he's concerned. And I mean, he's the ruler,
Yeah.
so, that's fine.
Of
Morning breaks. Everybody roll a D20.
14.
I'm getting these rolls right now, and I bet you when it's down to the line or whatever, I'm not going to get them. I just rolled another 20.
That's fair. Vistata is the first one to wake up, and she actually prepares breakfast.
Okay.
D20, Constitution, check.
Oh.
Not so. See how everybody likes it.
Okay, not bad. All right, Constitution. Okay, 20, not natural. Rolled an 18 plus 2 for Constitution.
6.
So
6 and a 3. Camille, Bullis, and Majesto all kind of choke it down. Zadar, she's very happy that you enjoy it. The other 3 just watch you eat it like, what are you doing?
What's wrong with you?
This thing tastes like shit. But after breakfast, Majesto quickly checks the windows and the door.
you're talking to two people that almost starved to death. So
That's true. Died in the cold winds.
Yeah.
He checks it and I don't see anything out there.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, after we get all geared up and stuff like that, before Camille dispels the sanctum.
Vistata asks where
I'm
the
looking outside.
bath is.
That's
about
another
a week
spell.
away.
That's another spell. That's a different spell, but yeah.
She is confused, but you see the look on the Pasha and Bullis's face and understand that they understand.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm not certain about this.
I go over to her and I say, You know when you were in Cacophony and you were learning how everything worked?
Yes, you
Okay.
taught me well.
This is kind of the same thing. So this is kind of you learning that there are times when you don't get a regular bath and you won't enjoy it, but that's just how it goes.
Makes you appreciate it when you do get one.
Exactly.
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Well, that's fine.
Hey, I'm with you. I completely
I get it because
understand.
I
But
like a good bath myself, but right now we just don't have time for it.
Okay.
And we're all in the same boat, so it's not like you're the only one.
Uh, she reminds you that it's called a chariot. Duh. Called a
Pardon me.
lance.
Pardon me.
The two men walk outside, armed to the teeth, ready for battle.
Mhm.
Look around. Look at the sand. Nothing. They're they're satisfied that they're fine. Tap of the magic button throws out the magic box. Bing bang boom. You got your mounts. The
I still
condor.
throw out some food for the condor.
The condor just looks at you.
I just say, if you want it.
Bullis
Oh no.
throws himself up into the saddle and he goes, "It's a magical creature, love. It doesn't eat."
Maybe it would if you weren't a dick to it.
No, that's not it.
We'll see.
Ask my third wife. I'm not a dick to her, and she eats.
Yeah, that's why she's your third wife.
The other two don't understand it. Anyway,
Okay.
mount up. Bullis is the first one to take off. The
Mhm.
chariot spurns ahead. The Pasha is not happy at all with Vistata because now she starts asking questions. Is this going to mess up my hair? What are we doing here? Blah, 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 blah.
I lean over and I
After,
say, sweetie, you're always going to have your hair. It doesn't always have to look as good as you want it to.
Right.
after 2 hours, Bullis has gone ahead to scout. You guys are running along the ridgeline. Bullis motions for the Pasha to go down. He lands on the floor right next to some scrub brush. Says, "I'll be right back." Walks over towards the condor. Bullis is dismounted, and they are talking. Bullis is pointing at the mountains, and you see him do this. Vistata.
I lean over to her and I say, you know what? You're beautiful no matter what your hair looks like. And your husband to be is going to appreciate all of your experience.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vistata's 9, 10. You hear a whistling noise.
Mhm.
Zadar. You look up, and there is a shadow fast approaching you out of the sky.
Yeah. As a reaction, when it gets close, a shield's gonna go up.
Does a 14 hit you?
14 does not hit me.
A large boulder lands close, but not on you. Vistata is sprayed with sand. Camille is sprayed with sand. You're sprayed with sand. What did he call them? Not the
The
tallest,
large.
the large. The Pasha
Yep.
yells out, "The large are here. Get back into the chariot." Another boulder comes whizzing. 1, 2, 3 at Camille. 11, I assume, does not hit you.
Nope.
A boulder lands close to you. The Pasha runs his ass off, and the condor swoops over all of you and heads towards where the boulders are coming. The Pasha snaps the reins, gets the thing airborne as a third boulder arrives, but not even close to you guys. He veers heavily. Both of you give me dexterity checks. Stada gets a 17.
20.
Crap. 15.
15 is just barely good enough.
So can I see what's going on?
You just see the boulders.
So they're that big?
The large blend in nicely. You can see where the condor is moving over. The condor is now the main target. Boulders are being flung at it. The Pasha gives the whistle. The condor swoops. Let's see, I'll give it one more attack. 4. Miss again. You guys speed off down the way and presume to be out of range of the boulder. I'll take investigation rolls by both of you.
Oh, of course, I roll lower on that. 14 for Zadar.
18.
18. Camille, you notice some wreckage in the mountains.
So I'm in the chariot.
Mm-hmm.
I see wreckage in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the condor?
The condor is coming in behind you guys.
And Bolus is on the condor?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pasha's with us?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So the stuff is coming from the mountains, or the mountains receive the damage?
No, there's wreckage, foreign wreckage in the mountains.
Okay.
Oh,
Very colorful.
Is there colorful, like as in like wagons, colorful wagons that were smashed, or
Wisdom check, Camille.
18.
Yeah, it's colorful cloth, and you kind of remember that color.
oh shit. No. And can I roll to see if Zadar recognizes the recognition?
I tell Zadar what it is.
Wisdom check, Zadar.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wisdom. All right. 16.
Oh yeah, you recognize it. It's a downed airship.
Okay. Not Zeppelin's. Not Zeppelin. Gosh, it's been a while.
Skippy Lee.
Skippy Lee's in Tolosia. I can't remember the airship captain's name. Damn it. Drawing a blank.
You mean Aerosmith's dad?
Aerosmith's nephew. So
Uncle.
Oh, it's Aerosmith. I'm sorry. Zeppelin was the uncle, so it's Aerosmith.
Correct.
Do I recognize it to be Aerosmith's?
No, this is the one that was leaving town.
It's not Mortimer's, okay. Is it?
It's Mortimer's.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, he's got the pedal to the metal.
Okay.
We need to go down there and see that.
See what? Our death?
No, we recognize that wreckage. We've recognized the wreckage. So
you want me to land?
That's our friend's ship down there.
Even Vistada is silent. Who wants to convince the Pasha that you guys need to land?
I mean, if he wants to do like a touch and go, we'll hop out and you can
keep going.
Yeah. Well, at least get airborne.
Leave your. Well, convince him to do the.
Like
Fair-
take safety in the sky if you can. Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and
Okay.
convince him.
Okay. What am I using? Persuasion?
Yep.
Okay. 17 plus 8. So
It's pretty rocky here.
okay.
We have
All right.
Featherfall.
So you just want to jump out of the chariot? I'm going to stay airborne.
How much does how far does a Featherfall go?
It's time.
He can drop you down to a suitable distance.
Suitable distance to land. Yeah, it's time. It's like after a minute.
I would
You
say
know.
we have Featherfall, so we should be fine.
Oh, okay, he'll spin around. He goes, I'm going to stay airborne because I don't want Vista to hit.
Sure.
No, that's fine.
We only need one ring for Featherfall, so you can cast it on both of us, and we should go. Because I think it's like up to 5 people or something per spell. If we're going by the spell, or if it's just
You guys
for
have the
one
rings.
person.
We have rings.
Okay, so our rings just only affect us. We can't cast it on others, right?
Correct.
Okay, then
Uh,
we'll use our rings.
Okay, who wants to percentage die against me?
I'll let you, David.
Oh, thanks. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right. 60 on the
Uh,
nose.
give me a D8.
D8. Okay. 1.
You guys land within 10 feet of the wreckage.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see Bolus looking down as he goes whizzing by, and you can see him speed up to the chariot as it starts to bank to the left. Bolus is going to have some questions about why the fuck you guys just jumped out of a perfectly good vehicle. Nice. 10 feet. Give me dexterity checks to maneuver your way across these craggy peaks.
Okay. Dexterity. Okay.
Ooh, 19.
25 for Sidar.
You guys both pass. You get over there. The vehicle itself is in several pieces. The cloth embroidered into one section says property of Dirigible Farms.
Okay. Does is there any signs of like someone survived, set up a camp before like starting off again or something?
They are leaving the wreck.
Investigation.
Okay.
Oh,
That'll be an 18.
5 for me.
Camille does not find anything of note. She's too busy checking the body for wreckage or the wreckage for bodies. There are none. So clearly whoever was in this thing is still alive somewhere. Zadar, you find a trail of papers leading up towards the pinnacle of the mountain.
Okay.
Well, that'd have to be Mortimer.
Yep. And I point that out to Camille. If we're following the trail, Zadar's gonna pick up the papers as we go.
Okay, fair enough.
And also investigate him, look to see what he's reading.
It's some kind of historical book on Katang.
Okay. Okay. Is he like throwing the pages out as he's walking? Ooh, sorry.
A lot of sirens.
I'm sorry, what was the question? We've got something going on outside.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Everything good?
A lot of sirens.
There's a lot of sirens.
Oh, okay.
They aren't coming here.
Jesus,
Okay.
are we in Chicago?
Well, that's good.
That's a lot of sirens.
No, I'm like saying what is Mortimer like reading the book and tearing the pages out as he's going?
These are all loose leaf, so
Oh, okay.
apparently.
What, he didn't have a binder?
Oh,
But regardless, Zadar's collecting them, you know, as
Okay.
as I can find them.
it's going to lead you to a cave, a very large opening cave with a pair of boulders on the outside.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Inside, you can see the flickering light of a flame.
Okay. Um, yeah. Uh, with that, I can investigate if Camille can turn invisible too. So I recommend that we both go invisible and investigate.
Okay, you guys can go in. There is a large hulking figure around a campfire cooking some kind of meat.
Hopefully it's not Mortimer.
Hmm?
All right. I'm gonna try to keep towards the shadows
Okay.
and see if I can get a better look.
There's the cramped confines of the cave, along with a lot of, for lack of a better term, giant furnishings, is going to prohibit you from wandering around too much.
Right.
There's just stacks of spears and things of that nature. And there's also what appears to be a mountain lion.
Ooh, okay. Like perhaps a pet or a companion?
Possibly a cat.
Yep. Okay.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Inside is a large giant or cooking some kind of meat, and it's a very cramped cave. Also inside is like a mountain lion. Right on cue, this giant carves off a hunk of meat and throws it to the mountain lion.
Wow. Well, at least the
Is
mountain
there a
lion's
giant litter box?
Not that you can see so far. The cave continues on around the corner.
Okay. It continues around a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I can make my way there without disturbing them, alerting them.
The mountain lion and then you see the giant turn towards you. You are still invisible, but the mountain lion can smell you.
Right.
They get advantage on perception checks. The giant grabs a club with a round inset rock in it.
He doesn't tell the cat, like, hey, there's nothing out there.
This is its pet.
So he's not like a typical dog owner, like, shut up, it's the mailman.
That's right. It's not Frank. The best I can roll is a 14.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay. You can see that the mountain lion's neck is bristling, and it starts to move forward, its claws expanding. You could pretty much tell that this thing is going to pounce on you if you stay in here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll signal Camille to back up, and we'll
Throw a ball.
slowly back out.
You aren't signaling shit. You're both invisible.
That's right. No, she won't be able to see me. So,
But do I see all this?
Oh, yeah.
Zadar's gonna be backing up. So if I could
So
find
I
Camille,
take a rock, stone, whatever, and I throw it as far as I can down the way.
Okay. It ricochets down the tunnel.
Does that distract anybody?
It gets the attention of the giant, who stands up and starts to move that way. The smell is not going away, so you can tell that the big cat
Of course.
is going to stalk you. Now, Zadar's already moved back towards the entrance. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll go back that way too.
The cat is going to follow you. Everybody roll initiative.
of course.
13.
All right. Yeah. 21 for Zadar.
Zadar, you're backing up. You can see that the cat is stalking you.
Okay.
It's a mountain lion, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old of a mountain lion is it? Is it an adult? Is it a kitten?
4, middle age.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's in its prime.
Yeah. Yeah, if I cast another spell, invisibility's going to drop. If I
Correct.
cast see invisibility, I'm going to drop mine, but I'll be able to see Camille. So,
We both know where the door is.
Oh, yeah.
mhm. Yep. Yeah, I mean, since I got the initiative, I am. Yeah, I'm. Sorry about that. It's one of those situations where I know you're gonna get me, Frank, so one way or another. So, all right.
You can always hold your action.
I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna hold my action for this turn.
Camille, that cat, you can tell its nasal passages are flaring. It's moving slowly, and it seems to be moving in your direction. Perception check, both of you, since Zadar held his action.
13.
Perception. Okay. 15.
Okay. Both of you hear a second voice.
Okay. Does it sound human?
It sounds human, but it ain't talking it. Human.
Okay.
It's not speaking common, is what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can I discern where the voice is coming from?
Round the corner next to the hill giant.
Oh, okay. So that area where I was gonna make my way before the cat stalked us.
Correct.
Okay.
But who's between us and the exit?
Nobody. And it is your turn, Camille.
So how far away is Zadar?
You don't know. He's invisible.
I yell out Poughkeepsie and I cast Fog Cloud.
Nice.
Nice. So you're hoping Zadar is behind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The cat will still be able to smell you.
Right.
The hill giant will not be able to see you. And the second voice rings out, I'm familiar with this spell.
Oh.
I had an associate who used to use this
Damn
ad
it.
nauseum. That is weird.
Speaking of ad nauseum.
And then the voice changes to a different dialect entirely. And there's a conversation going on, and you hear somebody angrily yell at the cat. As you guys back out, you are now outside of the cave. Camille is completely visible.
Is that Mortimer?
It's been a while, but it sure sounded like Mortimer.
Okay, so I yell into there, Mortimer J. Sneed, you get your ass out here right now.
I told you about this individual. I'm pretty sure that is Camille the Halfling. If you could guide me to the entrance, my dear, I would be most gratified. This hulking figure begins to emerge out of the fog. This giant's about 13 feet tall, and now seeing it from the front, it is a female giantess, but ugly, but carrying a spindly human in her arm. About this time, there's a strafing run by the condor as Willis makes an appearance, trying to draw off the thing.
Yeah.
The hill giantess is clearly annoyed at this, and Mortimer, slung under like a football. Hello, my friends.
Mortimer,
Well,
you're an asshole.
well, Zadar is still invisible, but all right. So we're still in initiative with the cat, though, correct? And the giant.
The cat is not out.
The cat is not out. Okay.
Only the giantess and Mortimer are out.
Okay.
But they
All
see
right.
me.
They see you.
I say,
Okay.
can you call your cat off?
Oh, it's not my cat, dear. It's hers.
Can she call her cat off?
Well, I suppose.
Would
Should
you
I ask
her?
Yes, I can ask her right now.
Please.
He speaks giant, doesn't he?
He speaks giant, talks to her, and you hear "Fut, fut, 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 fut." And the condor comes back into play, as does the Pasha.
And I say, please don't hurt the condor or the Pasha. They're on our side.
Mortimer, could you tell her that? And Zadar isn't speaking, but it's just like, oh, Camille, tell more.
Yeah, the giantess looks around and picks up one of those two stones, and she starts to take a bead.
No.
And Mortimer kind of taps her on the thigh. Hang on, my dear. Camille, are these friends of yours?
Yes, please don't hurt them. I will ask them to land, and we can all have a conversation.
He says something, and clearly an argument ensues as the condor rah comes flying by. The giantess is hit with a loaf of bread.
Uh-oh.
Bread?
It's the only thing Vistata could find. The giant.
She sees it as food and doesn't see
picks it up, and she and Mortimer are arguing. At this point in time, you notice that Mortimer's leg is pretty banged up. It's got bandages around it, and there's two sticks holding it together.
That's not good.
Of course.
The condor and the chariot are beginning to swoop again. The hill giantess puts the boulder down, and the two kind of hover in on opposite sides for protection. They're on your flanks.
And I yell up at them, would you knock it off and get down here?
You see Vistata with a pair.
Vistata,
stop.
Please, just stop.
Yeah, at this point, Zadar will emerge, but, not aggressively or anything towards that. I'll take position by Camille.
Okay.
Since she's there.
Bullis is not going to land. Period. Okay. No fucking way.
Right.
He's going to hover in place.
All right. I call out to the condor. There is no harm here. Take your asshole owner away.
The chariot goes about 80 feet away to a small plateau. You guys can see it as you look over. The Pasha's not sure what the hell's going on.
That's fine. I get it. I feel bad for him.
Mortimer begins to talk to the giantess, laughs, blah, 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 blah. You hear gargoyle.
Mm-hmm.
And the giantess gives this guttural, scary laugh.
Dude, is he boning her too?
No, she's a hill giant.
It hasn't stopped him before.
Yeah, I don't think the
I don't think the biology could.
Yeah, she's another one. Yeah, probably shooting. Yeah, she's 13 feet tall. He's like 5'9".
Yeah, if that.
The clitoris is a very sensitive part.
Well, she's going to use his entire body.
That's fine.
Anyway.
So anyway, he discusses it and he goes, I've been looking for you guys.
We've been trying to catch up to you.
You were supposed to stay at the academy.
I got better.
No, you obviously did not.
I feel better.
How long have you been feeling better? What was the last thing you can remember?
Oh, the crash. I don't feel better from that at all. I
What
hurt,
about
actually.
what about before the crash? What is the last thing you remember?
I remember there was a distinct amount of puppies in Nathan,
Oh
which
boy.
doesn't seem to be right.
Yep.
That was
Do
a
you remember
long time
Nathan at
ago.
all? What happened in
Only
Nathan?
like 10 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I purchased this vehicle that you probably found me from, but it's wrecked and ruined. Do either one of you have a healing spell by chance or a potion? My leg really hurts.
Zadar has a potion, so I can provide that to Mortimer.
Sure. He'll take it. The pus will rescind itself. He fucked up his leg pretty bad. I mean, that's why he's wearing the splints. Vistata and her dad approach, each bearing weapons. Vistata has a dagger. She is not sure how this is going to play out. Her father has seen the large before, so he is aware. He has a very shiny scimitar with him. And he's, what the hell's going on here?
Zadar explains this is our friend Mortimer J. Sneed. His airship crashed, maybe because of the large, but it seems that this giantess has retrieved him.
Stop. No, it wasn't the large, actually, Mr. Pasha. It was actually, I got caught in a windstorm, freak windstorm, actually. It was kind of funny. A lot of times the winds over the desert will go ahead and escalate as they come across the cold air moving down from the mountains. I'm not sure if you're aware of
Thank
that.
God he's on sabbatical.
And he goes into this long dissertation about meteorology. The Pasha is less than enthused about this. The Condor and Bolus are like, the fuck is going on down there, as they start to do the hovercraft circle to make sure there's no more coming, but he explains that a freak wind draft actually sent the airship into the mountains, where sadly he was unable to control the landing, and suffered some damage. Fortunately, he was found by Velma here, and she has been taking care of him for the past several days.
What about who? Are you the only one that survived?
I would hope. I was the only one in it.
Oh, you stole it?
I paid for it.
He's capable of flying it. He flew aerostats.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So
I am smart enough, my dear, in case you've
Yes,
forgotten.
I remember.
I was on sabbatical from the Grand Academy.
yes,
Yes.
I don't think Rosa's forgotten. So
Rosa, that's the one. He tells something to the giantess. He's
smash.
They have a good laugh about the gargoyle.
Okay.
He goes, "Did you come to rescue me?"
Well, we were trying to.
Well, you've succeeded. I am here.
So is
We
your
are
time
on our
sickness
way
done?
to Katang to look for a cure for you.
Oh, I'm feeling much better.
Yeah, but for how long?
I don't know. I felt better for a few days.
Okay.
How about you? How do you feel?
I have my moments.
You always have. How do you feel, Camille?
Like I want to beat you over the head with my staff?
I say, Mortimer, all joking aside, I'm suffering from time sickness as well.
You went back and met yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Foolish, foolish, foolish.
Oh, you're one to talk.
That was an accident.
Uh-huh.
I did not realize that that was my offspring.
Oh, for the love of God, you fucked everybody.
There was some love.
I didn't say there wasn't.
So, do you think this condition is permanent for both of us? I mean, that's why we were racing to Katang, because supposedly an answer could be found in their library or something.
Why would you think that?
Well,
I'm hurting him.
Yeah. Well, some of the scholars in Nathian figured that would be their best bet
Those
with Brendan.
gnomes, they know their stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, we are on our way to Katang because we are helping our friend the Pasha. And it's just like, we could use your assistance.
Well, you know me, I'm always up for good adventure. Mr. Pasha, it's nice to meet you. I am Mortimer J. Sneed. I was formerly on sabbatical from the Grand Academy when I met these individuals in Cacophony. How did you come about meeting them? This is your friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
You hear a whistle from above.
I yell up and I'm like, would you just land the damn bird?
4 minutes. Okay. No, 4 hostiles coming our way. Got it. Okay.
We gots to go.
Yeah,
Says the Pasha.
we've got to go. Thank your friend. You're welcome to come with us if you want, or you can stay with your giantess.
You should probably go. This might be her family, and they do not approve of mixed marriages. They are narrow-minded Alabamians. Did you already give him the healing potion?
Already did, yeah.
He goes over, takes her by the hairy hand, and gives her sausage fingers a big old kiss. She, for lack of a better term, swoons at the attention.
I thought they didn't do anything.
Not for lack of want. He had a bum leg, man. You know, you can't perform with a bum leg. She gives him a very passionate, very painful embrace. You can hear the air leave. She realigns his spine a little bit, and he taps out, and she sets him down. Says something in giant. He reciprocates accordingly, and he goes, "We should probably go. Her family is not going to be happy."
I think not. So, all right, Pasha, we are at your command.
Let's go.
Okay.
You get over. You are on the wrong side of the mountain ridge. You can see something in the distance headed this way through the air.
Oh, no.
Vistata starts screaming. There's something coming this way. The condor is circling, and you guys go up and over. You're back over the Menace Desert, back on track. But Bullis demands you land.
Okay.
After a few miles. You guys find a suitable spot where there is actually an oasis, and the Pasha gets off. He goes, "Let's just take a break here for a minute and see what's going on."
Okay.
You, Vistata, and Mortimer are all hanging out. The Pasha goes over to Bullis.
Well, I erect the structure.
Well, it's only like noon.
Oh, okay.
You can erect it if you want. You just won't be able to use it tonight. The oasis is lush. There's clear water, palm trees, dates, things of that nature. Mortimer begins a long-winded dissertation about how this would have been nice to have been found earlier, and somebody needs to denote this on the map of geological features of the desert.
Zadar cleans Mortimer up with prestidigitation, all the blood and pus and all that, and sends, whips that away from him,
Vistata is puzzled at his approach, and just doesn't know what to make out of him. Bullis and Majesto are in a heated argument.
About?
You don't know. You aren't there.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not going to intrude, but I guess we'll just have to wait it and hear what the Pasha has to say after. So.
The Pasha comes back over, asks Vistata if she refilled the water skins. She has. She's collected some dates, things of that nature, to replace the bread she hit the giantess with. You guys load up, and you notice that the chariot is no longer moving as fast as it was.
Uh-oh, they lost the horseshoes.
No, you guys have added another human body.
Oh,
So
got
now you're over the weight limit.
Well, we gotta
okay.
throw some shit out.
Well, you kind of need all this stuff because
Yeah,
the military is
need it.
going to be 8 days behind you.
Why aren't they carrying all of our stuff?
Well, yeah, if you guys are still alive, there's not like a Dollar
Yeah.
General or a Walmart here at Katang.
There could
But-
be.
That closed years ago.
It's not like I
But-
need tampons.
true.
But Pasha, this
Vistata might.
our race for time has we've caught up to Mortimer now. So whatever
Clearly.
pace we can make, we'll make it. Just as long as we can get to Katang and complete our mission for when your forces arrive.
Fair enough. You will not get in at sunset. You will get in a few hours later than that.
Okay. But we'll be able to make it in to Katang.
You'll be on the
that
outskirts of Katang. this
Katang!
evening. 10 days for military. So the good news is at the end of day 2, you come to a dark portion of the desert. There's no lights on in Katang. But you see old structures, dilapidated structures, ruins, clearly.
I've been in that situation in real life. So, yeah.
And you are on the outskirts. The Pasha asks, will your device hold another person?
Yes.
It should. Yeah.
Okay.
It holds whatever we need it to.
Bullis looks at Mortimer J. Sneed, and he's not a big fan, you can tell. And he looks at him and he goes, "Who are you?" "Why, I'm Mortimer J. Sneed. I used to be on sabbatical from the Grand Academy, but now I'm one of their instructors there. I actually followed my associates here for Nathan, and then I lost track of them. So I assumed that they were headed to Katang. So I went ahead and purchased the airship that was horribly destroyed during the freak windstorm. I'm not sure if you're familiar or not. The canyons make the hot air rise, and there exhibits a lot of meteorological problems." He starts to drone on, and Bullis just looks at him with dead eyes and walks away.
Yeah.
He's tired of talking to him. You erect your Fortress of Solitude. Everybody goes in. Vistata starts cooking. The Pasha says, "Hon, why don't you let me do that?"
Zidar's going to volunteer to assist the Pasha. So
Fair enough. You guys will wake up on day 3, and we will take it there next time. No combat per se. I was wondering if you're going to kill the house cat.
no, I was going to
Wow.
avoid it as much as possible. For table talk and table notes, Zadar still has the time medallion, right? I believe. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Mortimer has not asked for it yet.
Okay.
It has honestly slipped his mind.
Okay. All right.
Plus, he's still a little gangly from the rather serious leg wound.
Yeah.
He's sustained a pretty bad hit.
Yeah. It's unfortunately I'm not a cleric. So I mean
Yeah, he's been trying to please the giantess.
That's right. With one leg.
Oh,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Mortimer
Make it work.
J. Sneed biped. David, what'd you think?
I like it. It's fortuitous that we've caught up with Mortimer. So kudos, Frank. Thanks for that.
This has been planned out for months.
Yeah, and I totally did not see the Pasha as coming up as our old friend from Cacophony. Yeah.
I knew immediately.
When you said Vistata, it's just like, Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
Draco. That makes sense.
I was really surprised that none of you put two and two together that
Draco was
we're
the
going
big
here.
guy that
Mhm.
was her protection in Cacophony, and I did not
Correct.
put the two together. Nope.
There you go. Well, it's been
A while.
a year in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because you guys did a lot of things before then. Carrie, what'd you think?
I loved it. It was good. Uh, I loved seeing the Pasha and his daughter again.
They love seeing you guys.
I can't
Oh
wait to
yeah.
see how it pans out, and I am bringing that goddamn
I'm a
condor.
little I'm a little nervous about, potentially a Vecna-esque character in Katang.
You
So
guys, we're moving towards a big finish for you guys.
Yep.
I figured as much.
So, you know,
If I have to die, that's fine. I'm fine, God damn it.
okay, Jack. Yeah,
Oh man.
it's not going to be easy. I'll tell you outright. What I have chosen for you to go up against is not the least bit easy.
Okay, Chuck.
Even with six of you,
Mhm.
it could get hairy.
Yeah.
And when I say could get hairy, I mean it's going to get hairy. This thing
Yeah.
it is not a lich because there is no way in hell
We
you
could
guys
face
would
a
be able to
lich.
handle a lich.
Mm-mm.
But this is like lich light, I think is what
Yeah, a demi
it's.
lich. Not no demi liches are bad too. Those are like a
Yeah,
challenge rating 17
yeah,
as well.
that is not
Yeah,
it. This is a significant. This is a problem.
yeah.
So um, there will be some suggestions made by the Pasha, and you may follow
Mistakes
them.
will be made.
Mistakes will be made. Tales will be told. So
Yeah.
I look forward to see how you guys pan this baby out. But for now, you are on
Mhm.
the outskirts of Katang. You have reached your
Ka-ching!
destination. You have met three of your friends and one of your enemies. So you got stuff to do. So I will
Yeah.
likely send out the old map of Katang to you, David.
Mhm.
So look for something in the mail
Okay.
next week, probably.
Sure.
And then we'll see what we see. So that being said, folks, thanks for watching. This has been Murder Hobo Inc., the Cacophony Edition. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. If you want to shoot the shit about D&D, join our Discord. If you want to be on the show or on our talk show, hit us up, mhobo inc, Twitter, or Gmail, either or, we'll get you taken care of. If you want to buy our cool stuff like our shirts, our toilet paper, whatever, the link is down there. If you're in the mood for new math rocks, and who isn't, go on over to Twitter, hit up at Pirate Dog Dice. They are currently backlogged, but we'll see if they can get you in there. And if your game stinks, unlike ours smells like fucking success each and every time. But Adventure Sense, especially if you're an in-person game, I highly recommend Adventure Sense. And they will be at Gen Con this year, so make sure to check them out. They are at oddfishgames.com. They also make something called the Shine System. So if you want to be a writer, check that out as well. Folks, probably no game on Saturday. Definitely no game on Sunday. Happy Father's Day to you fathers out there. We will probably be seeing you again on Tuesday. Nice.
I was thinking that as soon as he said it. I was like,
she does the same thing to me at Mother's Day, so it's tit for tat. But folks, join us Tuesday for Between the Rolls Socium. David and our other three DMs will go ahead and describe to you their historical personages that they have come up with. Again, if you didn't see the last one, go take a look at it. We got you some good NPCs. Folks, for all of us here at Murder Hobo Inc., thanks for joining us. Let's blow them the big old kiss and wave. Bye, everybody.